Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday Night Live. Oh, probably have to shut this. You stay in here. Dodge will be joining me shortly. Hope everyone's having a great night. I won't put it on Facebook.
What a day.
Yeah, I bet. So tell me about your day.
Really?
Yeah. Tell us all about your day.
I moved the barn, at least the barn frame. I had the frame all built, but we decided we didn't want it there. And it's 30 feet long and 15 feet wide and 10 feet tall. So I used the backhoe, and it was an all-day ordeal. And it was a lovely day. The wind shut the hood on my truck and with the jumper cables caught in it because I was charging the battery on the backhoe, and I could not get it to come up. So I had to go through the grill with a long extension and take the whole mechanism that holds the hood shut off of the truck and then lift the hood and then put it all back together. It worked fine now. That took me an hour and a half. And I moved a bunch of dirt to where the barn is now. I'm gonna have to move a bunch more, but I did move it because we had some rocks that were sticking out of the ground. They was about this big, just little rocks, till I reached in there with the backhoe, and they ended up being about, I would say they're 3 foot by 3 foot. There were 3 of them.
Hiya, girl.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do with them great big rocks. I mean, big rocks. But they're out. But I had to fill the hole in with dirt. So it's been a lovely day. But I did get it moved. Of course, it didn't move unscathed, let me say.
Did you do any filming?
No, I didn't do any filming.
Oh man, that would have been good blooper footage.
We'll do the bloopers on the stuff you do. I don't see no sense in doing the bloopers on the stuff
I film you, so.
Well, did you film it today?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't do me. I film you.
I know, you weren't here to film me. But anyway, I got it moved. It ain't unscathed. I've got to do some work on it. I got it hung on a tree stump that I had missed. I thought I dug all the tree stumps up, but I missed one. And so 3 of the rafters on the end came off. And it broke one of the legs that I had welded on. It didn't break the weld, but it broke the metal. So anyway, that's a tomorrow thing. That's for future Dodge.
Future Dodge, like future Roma?
Yeah, that's future Dodge. Has to deal with that. I leave him a lot of good stuff to deal with, by the way. He probably doesn't like me very much.
You know what's funny is there's 3 of you Dodges, so you could leave it for the other 2.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. But, and unfortunately, like Jack over at Dyer Family Homestead, they all have ice cream on theirs. We don't have any ice cream, but I do have coffee.
Should have got ice cream.
But anyway, I got that all moved. Tomorrow I'll commence to fixing it.
And Saturday we have Mid-America, so we can't do it Saturday. We can work on it Sunday.
Yep.
Don't forget to go to Mid-America YouTube meetup on Saturday. Like you follow.
But anyway, we got that done. And I've been trying to brainstorm some kind of a deal to go on the walk behind Weed Eater because I'm sick and tired of breaking the string. I actually welded a chainsaw chain on it, and that worked off of about 5 minutes. I can't believe that it broke that chainsaw chain. That's crazy. But I did do another. I twisted up. I braided up some wire off the top of the field fence, extra field fence, and it seemed to work pretty good. So trying to get this place mowed has been quite the ordeal too.
So I have the meetup information, the schedule of events. So it's the 16th through the 18th at Lake Eufaula. May 15th is the setup party. The setup party arrives, free party dinner, 6 p.m. at Captain John's Steakhouse. And then the 16th, the subscribers and creators arrive, dinner at 6 p.m. At La Finca. I think that's how you say it. Mexican Grill in Eufaula. And then a social after at the pavilion. And then the 17th, community breakfast at 9 a.m. at the pavilion. 1 p.m. is the giveaways at the pavilion. 5 p.m. is the community potluck. Dinner at the pavilion. And then after dinner, social at the pavilion after that. And then the 18th is the community breakfast at 9. Clean up the pavilion area, pack up, and departure. And if anybody would like to donate for the giveaways, they need to email MT Homestead. I'm not positive what their email is. I think it's mthomesteadok@gmail.com, but don't quote me on that. And just let them know what you want to bring. And potluck. Bring a potluck. What else?
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so. It's supposed to be big. I heard that they're it gets bigger every year. So I heard this year's supposed to be pretty big, pretty good size. We haven't ever been.
No, we've never been, but we never went to 10 Killers before either.
Or
right?
Pinecone Fest.
Or
Those
the
were both
Pinecone.
fun.
We went to Pinecone Fest. That was last year, right?
Yeah, it was in October.
And we just did 10 Killers a couple weeks ago.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm. I wish we could go longer.
Yeah. But we have the petting zoo that has to be taken care of.
Yeah, I know. You remind me of that every day.
But,
Leonard Mountain. Hi, how are you? You're not going live tonight? Glad you're here. What else happened? I haven't been home, so. Lots of mowing?
been trying to get some mowing done, but
What?
This rain has made the grass so tall and wet that it's hard to get anything through it.
Yeah.
I need a bush hog running in.
Yeah.
But I'll get it done. It's just it's on the list.
The ticks are horrible this year. I couldn't believe how many Ed Earl just from running through the weeds. And he has tick stuff on.
Yeah, I know. But he likes to lay out there in that tall grass, and that's what I got to get rid of is that tall grass.
Yeah. He is only a foot tall.
Yeah. Well,
I keep yawning. I'm sorry.
tall grass to him.
Our daughter's dog got kicked in the head by a cow yesterday.
Good thing it got him in a numb spot.
And she said for a while he couldn't stand up. He just kept flopping over. The other dogs were working the cows, and he thought he could get in with them. And today she texted me and said that he's back to normal.
That's not normal.
Well, she said yesterday he couldn't even like sit up on his own, but today he's back to normal, so that's good. That's not on the homestead though. That's just an update. Hello, Greg and Donna. Glad you're here.
So, Amy and Chris, y'all are going to be there all weekend at Fall Arts in Mid-America.
They are.
That's what I thought. We would like to do that, but there's just no way. We don't have anyone that can stay with the animals here.
It's close enough this time that we could go and come home, but
we can't go Friday anyway.
No, because I don't get off work till 6. But I mean, we could go to the social afterwards, but we wouldn't get home until late, and then have to turn around and be back there by 9 in the morning for breakfast.
Yeah, and that's why we don't get to go to these stay all weekend things. We don't
have help.
Yeah, we're all alone out here. There's no one, and we've got a couple of animals that
are notorious for being naughty.
Yeah, so not really anyone that we could have even come feed or anything. But it is what it is.
Hello, Robbie.
But anyway, we got...
Good evening.
We did get the barn moved. You're going to have to weld it up.
You'll have to teach me.
I can show you how to weld as soon as I learn.
No, teach me, not show me how.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We're good. We're good. Good to see you.
We are doing good.
We're just kind of...
Dodge broke the barn today.
Yeah, I broke the barn moving it, but I did get it moved.
Yeah.
I say barn. It's the future barn.
It's the skeletal figure.
Yeah. My dad had one of those metal carports that was in a tornado. And it was pretty twisted up, but I straightened every piece of it and welded the broken pieces back on, and we put it back together and put it up and made a barn. And this is the third time we've moved it.
Is it the third? I thought it was more than that.
Well, I first put it together over here, and then we moved it over where the pen was for the horse and cow. That's no longer the pen. And then today, I moved it over there. But I can fix it.
But then we're earthbagging walls, right? Are we doing that?
I don't know what we're going to do.
Oh.
But I've got duct tape, and I can fix it. Duct tape fixes everything.
What else? We should be able to start excavating for Earthbag building soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we keep saying that, but it's getting closer to soon.
Yeah, soon is getting sooner all the time. It says Oklahoma, so sooner is getting sooner.
You got a fence around the garden?
Got the fence put around the garden.
And a cute little antique screen door is the door. It's really nice.
Yeah, I was too lazy to build a gate, so we had an old antique screen door I put up.
Looks cute. I'll have to do a video. I haven't done a short today. I need to do that.
And the garden's doing good, actually.
Yeah.
Got you a tree for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtle.
If it won't move, and it should.
Yes.
Yes. We have a saying around here that if it's not broke, we don't buy it.
Yeah.
And
that's absolute the truth. That's not just a slogan. That's the way we live our lives.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you. I had somebody ask me why we moved to Oklahoma. And I told them because we moved off grid, the whole spiel. And he said, "You mean you live in the woods with no toilet?" No. That's not it.
That's the first thing people think about is when you go off grid is toilet. We have a toilet. We
Yeah.
don't run to the woods. So
And somebody at work asked me, so do you guys shower?
no, we don't shower.
No.
We don't really believe in showers. Never really showered when we were on grid. I'm kidding. We have a shower. We actually have a brand new shower.
And yeah.
That I built what, a month ago, 2 months ago. We were using the shower in the camp trailer, and then we decided to
Be on our own.
to totally disconnect from the camp trailer whatsoever. So I built a shower. We got an on-demand water heater,
Yep.
which is the greatest invention ever made.
Yes.
I love that thing. Endless hot water.
Means no running water.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Once a month, whether we
Yep.
need it or not, as long as we don't miss Saturday.
Yeah. What the misconception of living on raw land just cracks me up, that people don't know anything about homesteading or living off grid.
Yeah, we're off grid, but we have power.
We have Starlink.
Matter of fact, yeah, we have Starlink. And matter of fact, when all of the neighbors, well, we don't have a lot of neighbors, and they're a good ways away. But,
Yeah, the closest one is like 1.5 miles.
yeah, and they call. We got one neighbor. He texts me every time and says, "I guess you got power. We don't have any power." And I say, "Yeah, we've got power." So off grid does have its perks. When the power goes off, his power was off for 2 weeks once.
Yeah.
And but we have plenty of power. Matter of fact, the microwave is beeping at me right now. Let me go push the little button. Yeah, we have a microwave and everything.
We do. We even have a 65-inch TV. But you don't have running water or a toilet or a shower.
Yeah, no running water or toilet.
Yeah. That cracks me up. I just have to laugh.
We have running water, and we have hot water, and we have cold water. But we still use the campfire perk coffee pot.
I think we'll always use that.
I love that thing.
And when we get
we have a automatic drip coffee pot that even has a Keurig, whatever it's called, on it.
The Keurig, yeah.
Yeah. And but I don't know. Nothing beats the taste of that campfire perk.
Yeah,
coffee.
I agree.
And I drink my coffee black. I don't ever put anything in it. And she balls it up. She turns it into a candy bar.
Whatever.
But I just use it.
You don't know.
Straight up.
And then now I have a stove, wood burning stove.
It's not here, but that's.
Yeah, so we will be using fire to cook.
You got plenty of wood.
Yeah, excited about that. That's what I've always wanted to do.
Right now we have a gas stove.
Yeah.
But I want us to try to get away from propane completely.
Oh, yes, please.
We have enough solar that we could have. Well, she's going to have eventually. That'll probably be in the house.
What?
Wood burning stove. It won't be in here.
Oh, not in here, no.
But
yeah, house for sure.
It'll be in the house when we build it. But we have enough solar to run electric stove, washer and dryer. We have 220 and 110. I don't think, other than when you walk up and you see the 32-foot by 12-foot solar panel rack, you don't even know we're off grid. I mean, everything's the same: refrigerator, microwave, TV, Starlink, YouTube. Have a phone boost for cell phone. We're the only ones that have cell phone out here.
Yeah. In fact, people come and park in our driveway to get signal.
Yeah, because we have a cell phone booster. And but you can't tell. Running water. I mean, all our water is in totes. but it's hooked to a well pump. So when you turn the faucet on, a well pump and a pressure tank. So it's just like anywhere else. Only where you can ask Greg. Greg will attest. We are in the middle of nowhere. If you look up nowhere in a dictionary, this won't even be there because it's nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah, and we could get signal in the house even if I turn the cell phone booster off
Because of the Wi-Fi.
because of the Wi-Fi. But I don't have my phone on Wi-Fi calling. It's on regular. It's on because the cell phone booster does it.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of flies. If y'all need any flies, let me
Oh
know.
goodness, we have
We
flies.
can send you the flies. If we could hatch chicks the way we hatch flies, we would be riding in high cotton.
I told you I got a Restream account, didn't I?
No.
So we can do panel, but I don't know how to do it yet. Oh, so it does?
Well, our house is metal too,
Well, yeah.
but the antenna for the phone booster is outside, and the cable comes in and plugs into the transmitter. So
We have plenty of them here.
yeah, so we don't. Yeah, we would have no signal, no phone signal in here if we didn't have the either the Starlink or the cell phone booster. Because this is metal too, but the actual antenna is outside, so it doesn't matter. So do y'all are y'all out in the woods too? You said your house was metal.
I don't know, Robbie. Have you met Robbie? I think you guys
I
did
wish
at
you hadn't
Tank Killer.
asked me that. Now it makes me look bad if I don't remember.
Whatever.
I never forget a face.
Oh, I think you have.
I never remember.
I think you guys
names.
visited at Tank Killer.
I have to take my driver's license out to remember my own name.
I don't know how everybody else remembers it.
But anyway, so we get good signal. We don't.
Yeah, see?
I thought we did. We don't get any TV channels out here whatsoever.
Yeah, no TV.
Regularly. I mean, because we have Starlink, we can get any channel, but we don't really watch anything other than YouTube.
Yeah, every night we have a YouTube
Netflix,
schedule.
Netflix.
We don't even do that much.
No, we don't. And we have Angel Fire.
Angel, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Angel,
whatever. But but we're not really. We don't really watch TV until we're done for the day, and then we'll watch all of the homesteading videos, and you know.
they're a few miles from town. That's cool. 6 acres of trees. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, we're really not that far. We're the one little town that has a population of 78, I think it is, and we're about 12 miles down a gravel road from that, and then the other town is I don't know
17 miles.
Yeah, and I don't know what the population of that town is.
I don't know. I think they said 1,200, but I don't know if it's that big anymore.
So, but the thing is, where we're at, when you leave those two little towns, well, the one little town that has a population of 78 is in the middle of nowhere, too. The only thing they have is a post office. It closes at noon.
Yeah.
And, but it's still, Greg's seen it, he knows. It's in the middle of nowhere. My brother, when he first came up here the first time, he said, man, when you said the middle of nowhere, you were not kidding. We are nowhere. There will never be water, city water or county water out here. They said it's way too much money to come over the mountain. They'd have to do lift stations, and it's a lot of rock. So they told us when we moved out here. Matter of fact, one of the neighbors, he's gone now, but he passed away a couple years ago. But he stopped when we were looking at the property and said he was laughing at us. He said, "There's no water, and there ain't ever going to be no water."
Yeah.
He doesn't know he made our day because that means nobody will be building subdivisions out here. 'Cause that happened to us in the last place we were.
What battery bank are you looking at?
So is your solar tied to the grid? Do you have a grid tie and you just run your solar that way? Or, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. The batteries are the most expensive part of it, but they are coming down.
Are they?
Yeah. They're not near as expensive as they used to be. The first batteries we bought, and mind you, they're the same batteries. We didn't buy them all at once either. But they were $1,600 a piece. And the last two we bought were the same batteries, actually updated a version of the same batteries, but they're even better than the first batteries. And they were $1,100 a piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Does your power go off even though you have solar if the electric company's power goes off? I have a friend that did that. He got solar and everything, but it's tied to the utility company, and I think he said his highest bill he's paid has been like probably about the same as you. But he says when the power goes off, his goes off too, which I don't understand. Of course, I haven't really looked into that part of the deal because we never planned on being hooked to the utility company. I could understand it going out, excuse me, at night if the electric went off, but I don't see why it doesn't stay on um, in the daytime while you have sun. Because we don't, I can turn my batteries off in the daytime, and there's enough solar that which you wouldn't know the batteries were off. We only use the batteries at night.
Well, but usually when you don't have,
stop doing.
I know. I'm sorry. When you don't have electricity, it's usually cloudy, right? Because you've had a storm or something. So, I mean, very seldom, unless you're like we were in Tooele and the train took out your light poles.
Well, I could hold up a picture of lightning and the power would go off. There.
Not hooked into the house currently.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we don't have even the capability of hooking up to the electric company out here.
No, our friend paid what, $21,000, $23,000?
Yeah,
to have poles put in.
They're a little over a mile down the road, and they're homesteading, but they did get power, but they had to run power from the main road, and it was like $22,000. And for $22,000, you could have had an unbelievable solar system if you do it yourself.
Yeah, because we did it twice.
Yeah, we bought the stuff twice after we stole it. But the thing about, like we did, now we've got...
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Now we've got, with the solar, because we've upgraded a little with batteries and stuff, and we got what's called a charge burner to make it all, on cloudy days, it'll still charge. But
hey, what have you been digging in? Did you see his face?
For $22,000, because we've got 8 in ours now, 8,000.
Did you see his face? His face is covered in dirt.
Probably a tree.
No, he's tied up.
Oh.
Ed Earl.
I don't know.
Ed Earl.
Yeah,
hey.
If we would have had to pay $22,000 to get power, I don't know.
Look at his face.
But anyway, I think everybody already knows all about our solar system. You talk about it, you know. But anyway, things are happening. It's slow, but we're a two-man outfit.
Well, 1.5.
No, we're two. We're two.
You're farming all the time, and I'm part-time. I'm your part-time help.
Yeah, but we'll get her done. It's just going to take a little longer. We've had no help that I can remember. No one has ever come out.
Riley did a little bit.
Riley showed up and wanted to help, and so I got her picking up rocks, and that lasted about an hour. And then
she got a big pile, though.
She did make a big pile, but it was the end of the help.
Yeah, she moved.
Yeah, she moved. She moved the next day, I think. But
yep. And then one of our kids bought land up here and never came back.
Yeah. They've been out here twice.
Yep, since they bought the land. Yep.
They got a nice piece of land. And they actually have power because they bought a piece of property out here
that already had it.
That somebody already paid the big money to have it run. So.
Well, Jason paid like $7,000 a pole.
$9,000
a pole.
$9,000 a pole, and it was. I can't remember how many poles. It's more than that. It's probably 5 poles.
Oh.
Plus all the other stuff. And so I don't know what the people paid that did the property our daughter bought. At least they got power up there. And it's on a pole, so they can plug their camp trailer into it if they come on, if they turn it on.
Yeah, I don't think they can move their camp trailer.
Yeah, what?
I don't think they can move their camp trailer.
No, but a camp trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's power at the pole. It's not like it's been cut off of the house.
Right.
Because it was a shed turned home that was up there to begin with, and now that's gone. When they bought the property, it was already gone. But the pole and the outlet's still there. But
yeah.
Anyway, we will eventually get it all done.
We want to start working on the driveway too. We talked about that, but we got to move animal pens.
Yeah, I got to move it.
So we can't do that till the barn's done.
We got to finish the barn because the pins are going to come off of the barn. And
so really, the barn's the next project.
Well, that's why.
That's
why I tore it up today. So I don't have enough projects, so I made a new one.
Mm-hmm.
But,
story of our life.
Yep. But things are happening slowly. I cleared a lot of trees. And normally I'm a tree fanatic. I love having trees. But we've got a certain kind of tree that... Plus we need grass.
Yeah.
We've got just under 9 acres, so we need all the grass we can get. And the pond takes up a quarter to a half acre.
Yeah.
But anyway, just a lot to do, and I need to get the drone out and do some drone videos.
You do. That would be a great idea.
But I just haven't had a chance to do that. You got your want tos and your have tos on the list, and the have tos come before the want tos. I want to build, and I'm going to already dug out part of the wood in the barrels. I'm going to make I'm going to make a floating dock for the pond.
Yeah, we can do that as a project.
Yeah, we're going to do that as a project.
He got a pretty decent drone that wasn't too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a good camera in it. I mean, it's actually not a bad drone for the price.
A couple $100.
It's a couple $100. I can actually tell it to follow me. And I don't even have to control it. It will just follow me. Or I can give it GPS pins, and it will go to each GPS pin and record. And the little camera puts off a pretty good video. It'll take pictures or video.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it works good. And it runs off of GPS. So that it's amazing how much cheaper drones have gotten. I mean,
yeah, because the first one we got you was only, $50 or not even that, I don't think.
No, but it was a good one to learn.
Until you crashed it in the wall.
But This one does all of that. It does all the good stuff. I mean, it's not one of them $2,000 or $3,000 drones or whatever, but it takes good pictures, and it's set up so that it won't go out of the control's range. It knows when it's reaching the end of the control's range, and it'll either stop, or you can tell it when that happens to just come back, and it will land in the exact spot that it took off in.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good, especially for a couple $100.
Yeah. I mean, I researched them quite a lot before I bought it, and I knew what price range I could afford. So
Yeah, I like it.
the first one you broke.
Yeah, but it wasn't one like that. But this one.
No, I bought you the one.
Oh no, I didn't break it. One of the motors went bad.
Oh, okay.
And but they sent me a new one. They didn't even argue about
Oh,
it.
that's good.
They just sent me a new one, a whole new drone, not a new motor.
We got to figure out how to use the GoPro too.
We've got a brand new GoPro that
nobody knows.
We charged the battery. We've never used it. So
we need to use it.
Yeah. That's one of those want to list things.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on have tos. I've got to do some work. I built the pump house, but we had to use tin. So there's pretty good holes in it. It was actually the tin that came off of the barn frame that the tornado tore up. So, but I did find out a deal. I watched a deal on YouTube the other day. You can actually make roofing like tar, but it's more of a cement, out of cut up car tires and motor oil. If you put it in a pot or something, and you can boil it. Of course, I would do it outside. You can boil it until the tires melt into the motor oil, and then it's like roofing tar, and it will set up and everything. You just put it on the roof. So what I'm going to do is, we've got one of those tarps that used to be a billboard. We got it at a farm auction, and I'm going to take that and make a membrane out of part of it. It's huge, so, and put that mixture up, because I've got the tires, believe me.
Well, okay. Question. So, is that water catchment safe?
It will be under the tarp.
Oh, okay.
So the water will never touch it. I mean, that's the plan, is for the water to never touch whatever I use on it. And so I'll make a membrane out of that billboard sign, and then hold it down with that. Because we've got a brand new deep freeze. It's still in the box. It's not a big one. I don't know, 7 cubic feet or something like that. I don't even.
Yeah, it's 7.
7
I think.
cubic
Yeah,
feet.
I think it's 7.
I want to put it in the pump house, but I don't want to put it in there until I make sure that the roof is watertight. I insulated the pump house and all of that. That was some of the wood that we got from me tearing down that house. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I ran across it on YouTube on accident, and because I'm always watching those how-tos, I'll actually just go up.
YouTube University.
Yeah, YouTube University. I'll actually go up to the search deal and put DIY project. And I won't even give a description of what kind of DIY project. And so then I'll just comb through all the DIY projects that pop up in the search. And the ones that kind of catch my eye, I'll watch.
Sorry, I was just checking on it, Earl.
We've got, there's a lot of projects I want to do. Like, I want to make a smelter. I've been collecting aluminum cans. You can't really use aluminum cans to make anything of any use. Pretty much junk aluminum. But if you find things that were already cast into something, then
Hello, Farm to Table. This Ryan or Keith?
it's already got all the additives in it, the silicone and all of that. So you can break that up and melt it, and then you can use it to make whatever you want. So that's what I've been doing. Water pumps off of cars, anything that's already cast aluminum. So you don't have to put the additives in it.
Oh, yes, that's right. He is out and about. I forgot. I remember that from this morning.
But anyway, we got lots of projects. I've got the plans for the smelter. Y'all don't freak out now. I'm not going to use, what do they call those fire bricks? Anyway, I'm not going to use fire bricks. I'm actually going to use kitty litter.
You are?
Because kitty litter does not burn.
Oh.
And it's a great heat insulator. So I will line the walls of the smelter. I will mix it with, they make fire cement. I'm old and it slips my mind right now what they call that. But you can mix that with the kitty litter and pour it in there with a form. And then when it dries, it's fireproof.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what I'll make.
Does it depend on what kitty litter?
Yeah, it's a certain kind of kitty litter, but it's most any kitty litter. Can't use like wood shaving kitty litter.
Well,
That
no,
stuff
I
doesn't
get
work
that.
anyway. But yeah, it's most of the kitty litters are all made out of the same
That's good to
thing.
know. See, I live with you and I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I want to take a shot at making a gasifier, a wood gasifier.
Oh, yeah, you learned that from Gridlessness, didn't you?
No. They built it long after I was.
No,
started.
I mean, but you watched them do
I
theirs.
watched them, but I already had the plans before I ever started watching them. Turning wood into gas. And you can run your generator. I've even seen people that actually make wood gasifiers and they drive their vehicles with it. They don't use gasoline, it's wood. You just got to make the wood where it doesn't burn. It's a no oxygen chamber, so there's no fire, but it still gets hot enough to release the gas out of the wood. Actually, in World War II, most all of Great Britain was running their electric plants on a gasifier instead of coal, but coal and oil, because that was a hot commodity during the war. So they were actually using gasifiers to make electricity. Anyway, I make lots of stuff, people. I try to.
He's MacGyver.
I've made a steam engine from a weed eater.
Yep.
Those are really easy to make.
Windmill.
The steam engine is really easy to make if you have like a weed eater, an old weed eater motor, and it doesn't even have to run because you're going to gut everything off of it anyway. All you want is that piston and cylinder. Yeah, I made a windmill out of a treadmill motor.
PVC pipe.
And PVC. I made the blades out of PVC pipe. It worked good. It put off about 25 volts, which is plenty to charge 12-volt batteries. Actually, you can put two 12-volt batteries in series and charge 24 volts. Anyway, yeah, I get into those kind of things. I like doing that stuff. So there's no telling what you're going to see happen on this channel, what I'm going to make.
If he films it.
If I film it. My truck has a pretty good lift kit on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty tall. And it's got a 6-inch suspension lift and a 4-inch body lift. And I don't know who made it because it was on there when I bought it. And the rubber bushings for the torsion bars went, and I could not find them anywhere. So I got an old big tractor tire, back tire, and a hole saw and cut out a bunch of donuts in the tractor tire and glued them all together and stacked them and drilled the hole through the middle and made bushings for my
Yep.
truck. And they work perfect. Not a peep out of them. They're perfect.
Yeah.
So, anyway, when I was growing up, my dad was a mechanic, and I've been a mechanic most all my life. And
You're saying this on YouTube. You know that lot.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
So, but when well, I'm 60 now, I'm retired mechanic.
There you go.
I still build hot rods.
You're not 60 yet.
No, I'll be 60 next month. I still build hot rods. But when I was growing up and being a mechanic, you fixed stuff. You didn't go buy new parts. I hardly ever bought new parts. We always fixed them. Rebuilt the starters, rebuilt the alternators, rebuilt the motors, rebuilt water pumps. We rebuilt everything. We even learned how to rebuild car batteries. So, I mean, I can take a car battery that's been dead for 2 years and refurbish it, and it works another 2 years. And I've done that lots of times. So mechanics are a little different. Not that it's a bad thing, and it's a different world now. Now they just change parts.
Put it on the machine.
Yeah, but it's a different world. Everything's different. So some things in a good way, and some things in not such a good way. But I like working on that stuff. And most of y'all, Greg, I don't know if Greg even remembers seeing it. The old rat rod out here.
Still here, still driving.
Still driving. Yeah, that rat rod.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool little truck.
Yeah.
It'd been sitting
46
in
Dodge rat rod.
Yeah, it had been sitting in a junkyard for 50 years.
Yep, it was a forestry truck.
Yeah, it was a forestry truck, but been sitting there for 50 years. Somebody cut the back of the cab out because they wanted it, and
That's okay.
and so I don't even know how you do that.
What, tag people? Yeah, I can't tag anyone. I don't know how to do any of this stuff yet. I'm still learning, peeps.
We're newbies, but I drug it out of the junkyard. And,
it was a cab and undercarriage.
Yeah.
Well, half a cab.
Yeah. And I cut the back window out of a 52 Studebaker pickup truck.
We didn't even use that undercarriage either, did we? We put it on the S10.
No. It's on the original frame.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's on the original frame. I just put an S10 rear end in it because the gears that were in it were crazy. I put it's a 95 Chevy S10 rear end. So it goes down the highway just like a new car now. But I put a small block Chevy 400 in it with a 4-speed out of a 67 Firebird. S10 rear end. It's got the original front straight axle. But anyway, there's pictures on Facebook, Rat Tilda.
Yep, Life and Times of Rat Tilda. But there's not as many. I was on there today showing someone, and there's not as many pictures on there as I would like there to be. So I need to figure out how to.
To be honest with you, I know it sounds crazy, and I don't know how it happened. But if you just go on Google and type in Rat Tilda, it comes up everywhere.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, we took it to.
Just do that.
We went to a car show that Hot Wheels was putting on. It was by invitation only, and somehow they seen pictures of it and sent us an invite. So we took it out to Santa Clarita, which is L.A., California, and it was in the car show out there. And the winner of the car show, they were going to make a Hot Wheels. We didn't win. What did we get? Third place? Fourth place?
We were in the top 50, but they didn't place people.
They
It was
told
just
us,
one winner.
we had one of the judges come over afterwards, and they told us that what it would take to make that truck into a Hot Wheels car was just too much. And
Because it was too intricate. It
yeah,
had
it
too
was
many.
too much stuff.
Yeah, it would be too. It wasn't cost effective.
But what was really funny was that Hot Wheels website had more pictures of Ratilda on it than it did the car that won.
Yeah, the car that won was
Kind of
a
plain.
Opel. It wasn't an Opel GT. It was an Opel Coupe.
Just a,
Yeah, and it was kind of a Tiffany blue with an 03 on it, and that was it. It was plain.
it was pretty plain. Because I built spider web buckets for the headlights that sit up on the fender. They look like spider webs. And I made
Skeleton
tarantulas
hand.
out of junk out of the garage. Uh, just kind of.
Had skeleton hands on the stacks and on the wine bottle tail lights.
Yeah, the taillights are wine bottles and they're being held by skeleton hands. Anyway, the pictures are on there. As a matter of fact, we've got a newspaper where we lived before. We went to a car show and some newspaper come out when they seen it. They did a 3-page article
Yeah,
on Ratty.
but they themed him as a Halloween vehicle.
Well, that was because of the spiders. And
Yeah.
stuff. But
Skeletons.
they did three full pages of pictures and an article on it, which was kind of cool. But
What are you doing?
kind of proud of the little truck.
What you on it,
But,
dude?
and it will run.
Yep,
mean,
pops wheelies.
that small block 400 will eat the road up. And it's got the back tires are 19 and a half inches wide.
Has a 100-year-old wooden bed on it.
Yeah, I made the bed out of somebody had a 100-year-old fence they were taking
Yeah,
down.
one of my coworkers.
Yeah, and
So
I made the bed out of it. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
pretty excited about
It's
that one.
an old
Keg for the gas tank.
yeah beer keg is the gas tank.
A sword for the shifter.
A Conan the Barbarian sword. is the
Saddleback
shifter.
1950 saddleback lawn chairs are the seats.
Yeah, anyway.
Suicide doors.
But yeah, I was kind of proud of the thing, and it's won a lot of trophies at car
Has
shows,
won a lot of trophies.
which I never expected. It's just an old rat rod, and but the people just go crazy over it.
It has the flappers on top of the stacks, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a 3-inch exhaust system.
It is pretty cool because it looks like a Conan the Barbarian
Well,
sword.
it is. It's a big sword, and I tell you one. We went to on Facebook Marketplace. We went to this guy had a sword, and he only wanted like 20 or $25.
Yeah, it was cheap.
So we went over there and we bought the thing, and then he told us the story of the swords that he has. He used to be in the military,
And he collected swords from different countries.
that
and
he
it
would
was
go to, and this one came from Italy. And the sword is absolutely beautiful, and I just could not bring myself to cut it up. So we ended up going to another garage sale or something, and just got an old.
Oh, I think we ended up getting it at like one of those Chinese
I don't know, but it's not much of a sword. I mean, it's cool and
trade
everything.
stay
It's
things.
enough of a sword that my chop saw with a metal cutting blade did not want to cut it. But I finally got it cut. I cut off about that much of the bottom of it. And I went through several drill bits, putting 2 holes so it would bolt to the transmission. But it shifts just fine.
Yeah.
And,
the front of the truck, the bumper of the truck is 2 shotguns this.
They're not real shotguns. I made the shotguns, but they're crossed shotguns. And the taillights are
And
wine bottles that I took a diamond tip hole saw and cut holes in the bottom and put the bulbs in through the bottom. So anyway, it's a cool truck.
Yeah.
And very, very fast.
Yeah. It was my anniversary present.
Yeah. She wanted a rat rod, so I built her a rat rod.
has a cool story too. My 39 Dodge Forever, and it wasn't a 39 Dodge.
Yeah.
It was a 46. We thought it was a 39.
Because they all look the same from 37 to 47.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a 47. But it's still cool. And we left the patina paint on it. So I did clear coat it.
Did you clear it?
Yeah.
I didn't think we cleared it yet.
Yeah. Got aluminum radiator, an Edelbrock intake with an Edelbrock carburetor, and HEI ignition, and polished aluminum radiator. It's cool under the hood.
And people from all over the country sent me license plates.
Yeah.
So that's the inside on the floor and on the doors.
I made the door panels out of all those license plates from all over the country.
Yep. So it's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, it's a truck.
It's a truck.
There's 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes left. Anybody have any questions we can answer?
I mean, we've just been running off at the head.
You have.
I don't know what else to do on these. I'm a newbie. I'm not used to all this.
Once we get Restream set up where people can get on the panel, I think, and actually have a conversation,
Yeah.
I think it'll be different. But
we do appreciate y'all coming.
yeah, of course, absolutely. We appreciate it.
She's been putting out short videos.
Yeah,
and,
YouTube shorts.
I can't believe the number of views that those short videos are getting. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're up to 928 on viewers.
No, 928 on subscribers.
Oh, yeah, subscribers.
But
Sorry.
and this isn't probably not a big deal for some of y'all's channels, but we're getting like the other day we were getting 3,600 views in a day off those short videos.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. We're trying to.
I'm trying to. I'm just not my thing. Never has been my thing, and I'm trying to get used to it. It's kind of weird to talk into something that's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. I think we've gotten 15 from the shorts since I started posting them every day.
Yeah. All of the online stuff and people, you're right, people's attention span has just gotten, and I'm just as bad. If it doesn't pique my interest, like, I don't mean the people that are kind of in our group, like y'all. We watch y'all's lives and stuff, but if it's a DIY project or even a homestead that we don't know anybody from, if it doesn't pique my curiosity, then I'm out. And so I get it when people don't watch if we're not doing something that piques their curiosity. But sometimes I see channels and I it's because I don't understand what's going on really, but that to me don't really have any kind of content.
I don't know.
It's not like Amy Nim. Amy Nim's always got something going on. I mean, they got enough material for a live every night, but some of these I see and I'm like, how in the world? We watched this one and it's good though. They're rebuilding an old nunnery convent in France. They're English people from the UK, but they got this.
Heterix.
Yeah, and they're getting millions of views. Millions and millions of views.
But it's cool.
Yeah, and all they're doing, there isn't even really a lot of talking. It's just, they're just redoing it. They don't have a big crew. It's actually them doing it. It's pretty cool, but they get millions and millions.
Maybe we'll get more when we start the house.
Yeah, maybe, and I'm okay. I mean, we started this just to show people that you can do it. It doesn't matter. That's why we started doing it. So whatever happens on the YouTube side, it's either way.
Now we have the rendezvous.
The rendezvous turned out to be a whole lot bigger thing than I ever expected it to be.
It is.
Thanks to a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
and it's going to be bigger this year thanks to a lot of y'all.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be awesome.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody get off. Who's coming up next?
Amy and them said they weren't doing
you're
a
not
live
doing it?
tonight. Nope. But
And here I just said they got enough material for every night.
yeah. But I'm not sure who's next after them. Oh, Ninja Kids, yes. Oh, wow. 495 million
How
views.
crazy is that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, that's just the way things are. If we get the views, great. If we don't, it's okay. If we get subscribers, that's great. If we don't, it's okay. We just wanted to show that you don't have to, you can be inexperienced at this and still be able to homestead. Because you can learn as you go.
We're as inexperienced as you could possibly get.
And it doesn't matter how much you research doing a homestead or living off grid. When you do it, you find out you know nothing.
Yeah.
At least that was it for us. I'm not going to speak for y'all. But for all of us, we knew nothing.
I mean, we knew how to farm. We both farmed.
Yeah,
but we jumped in, hands and feet with off grid.
Yeah. We were on a generator for the first year.
Yep.
Anyway, well, we appreciate y'all coming by. It really does mean a lot to us that y'all come by and hang out with us.
That's true. But I would like to retire.
Yeah, I mean, if that happened, that would be great.
Hey, Ryan.
You're back just in time for everybody to say goodbye, I think. But like we're saying, we do appreciate y'all coming by. It means a lot to us to know that y'all just come by to help support us.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get to see you this weekend.
And it's a big deal. But Amy, we'll catch you next one. I know if you're not doing one tonight, you'll be doing one tomorrow night. But anyway, good night, everybody, and thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, we'll see you this soon.
Yep.
Bye.